Good morning. It's Monday. I'm Nancy Joy, and this is Reflections. You know, for the past 3 days or so, I've been sad. And you know, when you try to define emotions, it really gets sketchy. A friend said, well, maybe it's depression. Not a place I often go, so don't have a big, knowing of that in my being. But no, I really felt it was a sadness. And so I was sitting here wondering what to share with you this morning, and glanced over at my book, The Wounded Heart, and just picked it up thinking, well, maybe there's something in here that'll pop out to share with you this morning. And of course, I opened to this section where Ezekiel's talking about sadness, and I'd like you to listen to this for a minute. It was powerful for me, and I think it might be for you. Sadness is deep. It's not as charged as grief, nor as disturbing as depression. It comes on softer wings. Sadness sings to me of separation as I float through those experiences in my life. Yet, sadness always directs me back to my own heart, because the real separation that sadness calls you into is the separation from your own self, from your very soul. And you know, I read that and I thought, wow, sadness has a journey. And I just sat there for a minute thinking, sometimes with Ezekiel, what I teach, I then need to manifest within myself. But I might have run right over the sadness factor here. In a deep sense of being separated from myself. I know we've all been in that place. All of us on our journey that understand we need to work with our emotions, that are seeking to connect with the unity consciousness, that yet still be unique and true unto who we are. And that creates the ultimate sadness, which goes beyond the experiences you're having now or have had recently or have even had in your lifetime, because this is when we separated from unity consciousness. As Ezekiel often tells it, he says, there was a time when you were unique and a special spark of God Creator. And in that time you created everywhere you went, however you felt, in unison and unity with all the other sparks of creation also creating. And then there came a call to separate from God self, unity consciousness, and to experience expansion in that way. And those of us who found ourselves in human form at one point or another, for whatever reason, whether you want to get into the genetic manipulation by extraterrestrial races, or whether you want to just say a fall from grace, some call it the Lucifer rebellion, the fall of the angels, doesn't matter. We agreed to do it to grow, to learn, to expand ourselves. But when we went through that ring of fire into the forgetfulness, we felt that abyss of separation, that deep loneliness that nobody understands, even though we all go through it, but it is true unto ourselves. And then, as I sat there, allowing the journey of sadness this morning to fill me, I felt better and better and better, because the joy comes from knowing that this aloneness, this feeling of sadness and separation, is healing in this wave of unity consciousness. But you know, it's kind of like birthing pains. You don't know how much you've missed it until you feel the pain of its separation. And really this Monday morning, I hope this is helpful, because we all go to those deep longing places of sadness, and they're cosmic, they're cellular, they're a part of our very being because they define our journey. But in defining that journey, they show us a beautiful pathway, and that's the pathway back into unity consciousness. So take this in this Monday morning and feel its energy, feel its place, and feel its understanding. And I can't recommend enough. I keep putting it aside sometimes. My book, The Wounded Heart edited copy, sitting here on my desk, because it truly is, as Ezekiel said, it is the manual for emotional healing as we go through the shift, in the sense of it takes you into all the emotions and allows you to listen to them as they speak to you so you can bring them into integration. This is a good thing. So whatever you're feeling, whatever you're doing, this is a very important week. It's a special week. We have on the 22nd the fall equinox, the vernal equinox, always a special time of harvest and gratitude and feelings of our connection. On this one is very special because it comes in a full moon of completion. And I will be in Lake Cumberland, Kentucky for most of this coming week for the weekend Magical Flow Retreat. So if any last minute, it is a woman's retreat, sorry guys, but if there's any of you in the last minute that would like to join us, there's still a few places, but it's a celebration of who we are and the magic of who we are. So be aware of this special week and have a great one, and I hope to have a message for you next Monday to be back in time. Take care of who you are. Bye-bye.